Hey there, Wasteland people, it's Slamwise. With me, as always, is my girl Katya, who today is wearing her utility coveralls because we're going to be talking about painting and decorating. Now, I wanted to make this video and just give you guys a couple little quick tips about using the paintings in the game to give your settlements a little bit more color and a little bit more life. One of the things that I noticed is that all the pre-existing settlements, or the pre-existing like dungeons and buildings of the game, they all have like wallpaper and paint, and then like the walls that you can use in your settlements are all just like sheet metal and like bits of wood and stuff like that. So I really like to use paintings to kind of cheat the system and find little ways to kind of, make my settlements look a little bit more realistic. And I thought I would share some of the different things that I've like learned about what you can do with paintings in the game, and the posters and the signs and things like that. So as you can see in this, you're probably thinking like, what's he gonna teach me? This is just a big wall of art junk. Well, this is my janky art museum that I built in Sanctuary Hills. This is one of the first settlements that I've built up, and my idea for this was just to take one of the houses and just fill it wall to wall with the art in the game to make kind of a, little art museum. So from there, I kind of realized that you can use this art to fill in walls and, fill in the holes and stuff in pre-existing settlements or pre-existing buildings, where there's like weird holes in the walls and stuff. And then I also like realized there's a lot of different things you can use the artwork for, um, besides just hanging it on a wall. So here's a couple different tips for you guys that I wanted to share. Okay, so here we are outside of one of my clothing shops in Ten Pines Bluff. They kind of show you an example of how you can use the artwork to make kind of a wallpaper design. Now with this one, I used two different wallpapers, or I'm sorry, two different paintings to make the wallpaper, so it's a little bit more of like a pattern. You can use the same one all the time, but I feel like obviously after a while you can't keep using the same ones over and over again because it just looks like the same wallpaper all over and over again. I originally wanted it to be just these red ones, the ones that have the sale signs over it, but these ones have like a very specific pattern, and if you try to line them up and they don't line up exactly, it looks weird, like a, broken image or something. So instead, I kind of filled it in with these other ones and spread it all out, and then made it just kind of this red sea of red, so that people would come to this shop. As you can see, this is from the outside of the shop, and I just like the way that it looks as compared to just the bleached, like dead wood look of the normal shacks. So that's just one of the examples that I used in this Ten Pines Bluff build to make some wallpaper, and I haven't shown off this town yet, so I kind of feel this is a spoiler, but I will come and show you another example of wallpaper. So this one I used the same one because this one had like a little bit of a thin white border on it, so it's okay that it doesn't match up completely and like make like look like a flush kind of wallpaper. So this wall is all just the same painting over and over again, and then I use different of these posters to kind of give it some contrast. So that's just like two of the ways that I've used paintings as wallpaper. It's never gonna be like exact. It's really hard for you to get like an exactly flush, exact pattern. But you can kind of hide it if you put other stuff over it, and that's what makes it the wallpapering, I feel, is because you're not trying to make that just the focus. You're gonna put other things over it, like even in your house, that you're gonna paint a wall, and you're gonna put wallpaper on a wall, but you're still gonna like hang up pictures and things like that. You're still gonna have furniture in front of things. So, yep. Okay, so now we're upstairs in the same Ten Pines Bluff building as before, but I wanted to show you guys these poster frames that I made using the artwork. So all you do is just take two of the abstract paintings, put them flush up against each other, and then put a poster, or I mean, I used a poster in this case, but you can also use the posters that you have to wire. You can also use a sign. You can use a different painting, stuff like that. But it just kind of gives it a pop of color behind it, and it kind of changes a little bit the look of the poster and stuff like that. Because you see these posters all the same time in your own builds and then in other people's builds. So by combining it with different paintings behind it, you kind of can create new looks with these old posters that just kind of reinvigorate them. So over here I've got three more examples before you go down on the stairs of different ways that I did this. And with all of these ones, I wanted to use different paintings on top and bottom. I didn't want it to be the exact same painting. You can use the exact same painting on top to bottom to make it a neater frame. And I have done that in other builds, which I'll show you in a second. But with this, I just wanted to look very abstract and very colorful. This is my very like artistic town and stuff, so I didn't want it to look like very neat. But I like the way that it changes, like the way that the orange pops on this blue from the robot poster, and then the way it matches the orange on this. The way that like this really blotchy, abstract, kind of looks like almost like graffiti. Like you kind of like took this right off of a wall in the wasteland that had graffiti on it, and then you slapped your poster on top of it. So those are different ways you can use that. Now let's go magically teleport to a different area where I can show you a different way that I made poster frames. Yes, now through the magic of teleportation, we are here at Nordhagen Beach outside my Nuka-Cola Floats shop, which you guys have already seen in a previous video. If you haven't, go check it out, but you're probably already sick of seeing this place. But I did want to show you what I did in the outside, because I used vault pieces to build my Nuka-Cola Float shop. I had these blue pieces right here, but then I had to have this be a flat shack wall because I couldn't make it any bigger because there was a size requirement for the challenge that I built this for. So instead, I put this shack wall up here, but then it looked really crappy with the blue exterior of the vault pieces. So I used a poster frame as a sort of wallpaper. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 here. It's wallpaper and it's a poster frame. But here you can see I use the same pieces, which are both the abstract, kind of like bar, 50s bar pieces. And then I put a Nuka-Cola Girl poster in the middle to match the other posters here. So from a distance, you can almost barely tell that it's a different kind of wall. Up close, it just kind of looks like a poster frame, you know. So, and then if we go upstairs, which, yeah, you guys have already seen this place, but I did the same thing inside to kind of match the vault wallpaper, which, by the way, if you want wallpaper in the game for your builds, I mean, you're kind of stuck with either making it yourself or using these vault pieces, which I do like using the vault pieces for the excuse of adding little pops of wallpaper. So yeah, here I made a poster frame using, again, the same two pieces, but it kind of is to mask the fact that this is a different wall than everything else. Obviously it's not perfect, but nothing in the wasteland is, and nothing in your build's ever going to be, probably, so this is just kind of one of the ways you can make do. So let's go use magical teleportation, go somewhere else where I have some other art pieces for you guys. So here we are now at Croup Manor, and I wanted to show you guys something you can do with the paintings and the lettering that comes in the Wasteland Workshop. This is probably basic for a lot of people, but I just learned how to do this, and when I did, it kind of felt like a game changer as far as being able to customize paintings and posters and signs and stuff like that to give it kind of a unique feel, and so that you're not kind of just seeing the same painting and poster all the time. So here at Croup Manor, this is my creepy clone facility. I'll have a video about it like shortly, hopefully, but I don't want to give away too much of what's going on here. But the people who live here are a little unhinged, and they see people as ingredients. So I've kind of labeled some of the paintings in Croup Manor with the lettering to kind of give it just this weird, out of like touch kind of feeling. I wanted it just to feel creepy all the way through, so the story idea here is the clones have kind of customized these paintings themselves and stuff. So here's just some weird examples. Like, I like using the blank pieces to kind of add this little like cover over the mouth and stuff, or like doing kind of like a little emoji sort of faces and stuff. let's show you over here. Over here, I put something in my way. All right. Over here, I put an entire quote on a painting. Don't give in to the dark thoughts, because, you know, this is a weird, kind of creepy place. So I like this kind of thing, too. I think this would really work well with the abstract or, like, the landscapes, as to make completely different new paintings and posters, is to add the lettering and stuff and just make, like, an entire quote and make it so it's more like a inspirational poster than something else. Although this isn't too inspirational. This is a little creepy, but that's fine because they're clones. Here I put this, if you can't really tell what it says smile on this Mirelurk. I don't know which one of this is. Mirelurk Hunter, I think? Or King, or something like that. No, it's the Hunter. Yeah, so you can see that. Like, you can do it on more than just paintings. You can do it on your creatures. You can do it on anything. Over here I've got a dummy that says food, and it's kind of stuck in there, like really, it's glitched a little, but it kind of makes it look, you know, really creepy. And then you can also just kind of like change the meanings of some of the posters. Like here, this said communism's coming, I think, or maybe not communism, I don't know what it said, but it, I changed it to death is coming to you know, fit with this clone theme a little bit more, and these like weird unhinged clones. Here I filled this all up with the word eyes. The walls have eyes. So yeah, that's just one of the ways you can use lettering. Oh, now I'm sitting at the table. And the posters and the paintings and stuff to kind of change up the decorations in your settlements and give a little bit more personality. Okay, so now we're on the roof of Croup Manor for the last little bit, which I like to call interactive art. This is something that's a little bit more of a novelty than something you could actually seriously decorate with, but it was a little thing that I kind of put together and I thought was at least worth showing off. So right here I've got a paintball machine set up, and it's right across from this abstract art. And then I've got this clone girl who's on an elliptical. All I've got to do is hook it up now, and we'll make a little bit of interactive art. So as you can see, the paintball machine will fire at the canvas and kind of add this like splotch of paint. You could obviously hook the, like multiple machines if you want to. Oops, I just got shot. You could actually, you know, add more if you wanted to in different positions and stuff, because it will just fire in the one position. Every once in a while it might add a second splotch. I've been lucky for it to do that. Let me see if I repair it, if it will do that for me. Because I feel like that one always looks cooler when it does more than one splotch. Oops. Nope, she's doing the same color in the same spot. So yeah, I was testing it out earlier and actually had made a orange spot and a green spot too. This one is white, so you can't like choose the color you're gonna get. You never really know where it's gonna hit necessarily, how big the spot is gonna be or anything. But it is kind of a fun, you know, this is like a little bit of a different painting now, you know what I mean? The paint will go away if you leave or go to sleep or anything like that, so it's only a temporary thing, it's not a permanent thing. But it does kind of, like, you know, add a little bit of different, maybe, like, you can use it for, like, graffiti in your town. If you wanted to put, like, an actual portrait here and then have it get hit with the paint, it would look like it was kind of defaced or something like that. So there's a lot of stuff you could do with it. Because it's temporary, it's not very much, like I said, it's more of a novelty, but I think at least you could add a little bit of effect if you're going to do a walkthrough video, or if you're going to show, you know, take some pictures of your settlement and want to show it off. So yeah, that's my little painting video. Hopefully you guys learned some new tricks, or at least got some ideas that you can use for your own town. And so if you liked it, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like it, then just, you know, keep your salty opinion to yourself, please. Yeah, and I will have some new videos coming very soon. And hopefully I'll have a video that explains this creepy Croup Manor clone situation for you guys really soon. So, alright, I'll catch you Wastelanders later.